Hello, we are going to do a quick and targeted arm series today. So let's get started with the band. We'll just start seated and kind of open up our shoulders because that's a lot about what we're working today. So wide grip is your arm circle up and back and taking it back in front of you. Most of my classes, part of the thing that I really enjoy is adding on lots of layers. I don't make you do like 10, 15 reps of everything, but you'll definitely start to feel the burn as we layer in each movement. Do one more of these, and then let's reach the arms up to the sky, and let's side flex and let your arm come down to the floor, feeling like your top arm is really stretching out and away from you. Exhale as you come back through center and take it over to the other side. Deep breath in. Exhale. Lifting all the way back up. One more time each side with a little add-on. We're going to take this top arm and start to round forward, dropping your hand down towards the floor as though you're hollowing over your thigh. Let your shoulders, neck, and head go. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, spiral that arm back up, opening the side body, lifting back up tall, taking it over to the other side, dropping the arm down. Relax the shoulders, neck, and head. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Open back up and rise up nice and tall. Let's take this in front of us, about shoulder width apart. We want to work on keeping our wrists nice and straight. Think of the upper arm bone as we open the arms out to a T and bring those arms back in front of us. We're just warming up those shoulders right now, getting ready for all of those different layers that we're about to do. Still work on keeping those wrists nice and straight so you don't go negatively into your joints. You really focus on impacting those muscles. Let's do two more. Last one. And release it forward. We're going to add a little flexion extension into this just to warm up our back a little bit more. So as we pull out, lift the heart up, and as we let go, round the heart forward. Open the heart as we pull apart. Exhale, flex and curl. One more. And release. So we're going to take our band. I'm very particular about this because I have had the band slip off my feet and pop me in the eye before. So cross it over the top of your feet and then crisscross both bands underneath so that your foot is basically fully wrapped with the band. So note that you can always grab up closer to your feet for more resistance. Of course, further at the end is going to be less resistance. I'm just going to grab in the middle. We're going to roll through the spine to get started. I personally like my knees soft. You can also do this straight, but I have a very curvy lower back, so this just helps me imprint my spine a little bit more into the mat. As I roll myself back, I want to keep my knees soft, taking a deep breath in at the bottom. Exhale as those upper abs flex forward, curling me back up to seated. Inhaling at the top, exhale, we melt down, maintaining that softness in my knee, and then exhale, flexing into the ribs, really feeling how I can articulate deeper as I curl up. Let's do 3 more of these. Two, scooping under that tail, really feeling each bone of the spine melting into the mat, and then control as you peel your way back up. This one we're going to add on, rolling back bone by bone. Pause and breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, curl all the way forward over your thighs at the top. Shaking your head no, shaking your head yes, and just breathing into that low back, mid back. And then let's grow tall. So sitting up nice and tall, I have short arms, so I can pull my arms all the way back without hitting the floor. So if you do hit the floor, of course, you're going to go a little bit more of an angle. So take a deep breath in, those upper arm bones, pull your arms straight back by your sides, ribs are heavy. and release those arms forward. Exhale, pulling straight back and releasing forward. This is something that we would do in our reformer series. So I like to think of this as a reformer mat flow. Let's do 2 more. Really opening up through the chest, the collarbone. Last one. We're gonna pull back, we're gonna hold. We're gonna come halfway forward, and then we're gonna pulse back. Pulse, thinking of that upper arm moving forward an inch, back an inch, being really purposeful with your movement so you focus on those proper muscles, your back, your shoulders, your triceps. Good, release it forward. Excuse me. Arms are out to the sides, palms are facing in toward each other. Open out to a T, bring it back forward. Exhale to pull, inhale, release. Last 2, last 1, bring it forward. Curl the spine about halfway back, relax the shoulders. Open those arms 1 time, curl yourselves back up and close. Rolling under the tail, arms open. Exhale, curling up and close. For 3, really finding those upper back muscles. 1 more time, curl all the way back up. Now we add on, staying back there, open, close. For 5, 4, for 3, 2, last 1. Curl back up to seated. So this next one, it kind of looks like one arm's going high, one arm's going low, but we're just in rotation and we're still pulling straight out to the sides, making that T arm. We're just in rotation. So take a deep breath in. Exhale as you tip your tail under. We're going to rotate our ribs and shoulders over to one side and pull those arms out for 5. Exhale, pull for 4. Feel that right rib wrapping towards your left hip, or if you're on the other side, opposite. Last 2. Last 1. Curl back up to seated. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, tip under, round back. Turn the ribs to the other side. Open for 5. Exhale, pull for 4, 3, 2, 1. Curling up to seated. Last variation. Reach your arms out. Tip your tail under. Open your arms. Hold them open. Try not to let them close. As we dip the right arm and we dip the left arm. Turning from ribs and shoulders as we dip from side to side. For 3, 4, and 5. Come center, close those arms, curl back up to seated. Definitely felt those upper shoulders. I hope you did too. So now we're going to do a bicep curl. So sitting up nice and tall, I'm going to do thumbs up just because it feels better on that grip. I want my arms as close to shoulder level as I can as I flex in towards my temples and extend and reach out. Flex and lengthen. Exhale, feeling those front ribs get heavy towards the spine, so we're still connecting into that core, not flaring our ribs. We've got 3, 2, exhale, 1, release. Tipping that tail under, C curve, rounding back. Exhale, flex. Inhale, lengthen. Relax the shoulders, relax any tension in the hips or glutes. 2 more. Last one. Straighten through those arms. Curl back up to seated. We're going to add on. This one's a flat back, so I'm going to keep my legs long on the mat. Really grounding down, maybe squeezing your glutes just a little bit to take you up and out of that lower waistline. You're going to do your bicep curl, and we're going to hinge back with a flat back. Exhale, lift back up, then release those arms forward. Bicep curl, hold. Lean from the hip crease, straight back, lift back up, and release. Pull for 3, hinge, Lift taller out of that waistline and release. Hinge for 2. Squeeze. Exhale, lift taller as you come up and release. Last time, squeeze. Lengthen back. Exhale, lift back up taller and release. Layering on again. This time while we're back in that flat back, we're going to extend and bend our arms 5 times. So lean back in, hold. Those arms straighten. Exhale, flex. Keep your gaze up, your heart up. Feel your shoulders stay down into their back pockets. Last 2. Last 1. Hold your bicep curls, squeeze to lift you up taller, and release. Good job. Going back into that rounded spine. So again, I personally like a softness to my knee, just so that my tail feels like I can curl under with effortless feeling. So relax those shoulders, relax those glutes. Feel that hollowing scoop of your belly. And then we're gonna alternate those bicep curls. Flex right arm in and out, left arm and out. The higher up your elbows are, the more resistance you're gonna feel. The lower, the lighter. But just make sure those shoulders aren't creeping up into your ears. We got 5. Feeling that burn. 4. Feel that hollowing scoop for 3. 2. Last round each side. Good. Hold it here and curl back to seated. Let's take this loop out of our feet. We're going to turn our band. So I want to sit on it. I'm going to make sure that most of my band is off to the side. So when I sit on one end, I have all of this remaining over here, okay? So I'm gonna bend my elbow into my side, shoulders down into the pocket, feeling back over my tail, my hips. Exhale this arm straight up and drop it back down. Press and release. 3. Make sure you're taking your arm up close towards your ear, not out to the side here. That's too much pressure on the top of your shoulder. We've got 3 more. Press for 3. Reach for 2. 1 last time. Good. I'm going to take my left arm beside me so that now when I press over, I'm going to do a side flexion, getting into the side of my waist and my ribs. So reaching this right arm up, and then I'm side flexing up and over. Control as I release. Press, side flex, and release. For 3. Press and reach. Flexing up and over. Moving from the ribs to shoulders. Booty stays grounded. We've got 1 more. Press and reach up and over. Rise all the way up. So I've been having palm face forward. I'm going to turn my hand so my palm faces back for this next exercise. We're going to press up, we're going to lean over, and I'm going to bend and extend my arm. Bend, exhale, press. 3, 7, 3 more, 8, squeeze, 2, 1, hold, rise up, and release. So this next one, it's making halfway range of motions. So from here, we're going to go from our bent arm to shoulder level. You can see it better this way. Bend your elbow. Exhale, lift to shoulder level. So I'm trying to think of an exhale. So I'm thinking of opening my underarm and not trying to lift from the top of my shoulder. So I'm exhaling, depressing the shoulder down to lift the elbow. So I connect more into my back muscles. Thinking of lifting from the underarm, exposing that underarm. Last 2. Last 1, hold it here. From here, we're going straight up and stopping at this point. Up and stop. Up and down. One more. All the way down. Definitely burned out that side. Let's switch our band so the tail comes out the other end. So first we're starting with that full range of motion overhead press. Sitting tall over the back of the sit bones, not forward in your pubic bone, because then we're not able to establish that core connection. So we want to find those butt bones behind us. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, reaching straight up and dropping that elbow straight down. Press and release. Exhale, press and release. Three more. For two. Last one. Release. We have that side flexion. So my right hand's going to go by my side as I reach up and over and rise back up. Feel the ribs flexing as I reach over and lift. For three. My tail's going everywhere. Four. It's like those, what do you call those gymnasts with the bands? Last one. Reaching up and over. I'm going to adjust my grip as I go up and over. And then do that bend. Exhale, press and reach. Two. Feeling like I'm wrapping my arm over my head and extending straight up. So you're getting that tricep. We're halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. And lift all the way up. Going back to that front hand grip. And we're going to our half range of motion. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift to shoulder level. Drop that elbow down. Exhale, lift, opening that underarm. Lowering with control. Shoulder stays down as I lift the elbow. So I'm really emphasizing connecting with those back muscles. Two more. Last one. Hold it here. Now we go higher. Up. Stop halfway. Up. Stopping halfway. Two more. Last one. And release. So of course, I'm sure you know where this is going. We're going to make sure that we have both ends evenly out on either side. We're good. Okay. Remember, lower, closer to your body, or heavier, higher towards the end is going to be lighter. So sitting tall over those sit bones, take a deep breath in. Exhale, press all the way up, come all the way down. Press all the way up, come all the way down. Exhale, lift. Two more. Last one. And release. Now we go halfway. Exhale to goal pose and drop. Feel the ribs stay heavy as you lift. Sitting back over those sit bones. Try not to lean forward into your pubic bone. Last one. Lower. Now we start from our goal pose and lift straight up. So from your goal pose, go up and stop. Exhale. 7, one more, 8, and rest. Whew. All right, let's stretch those shoulders out. Take your left arm across, Figure 4 your right arm. Drop your shoulders. So because my left arm is across, I'm taking my ear to my right shoulder. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale. Open the arms. Let's switch sides. Right arm across, left arm figure 4s, dropping your left ear to your shoulder. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale here. Exhale. And reach those arms out. Lower the arms down. Circle your shoulders up, back, and around. Let's reverse that direction. One more. And release. And we are all through. I definitely feel like my upper body got some work. So I hope you did too, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for joining me.